Good morning. It is Tuesday morning, October, what is today? 15th, I think. It's chilly out here. It was in the 40s earlier this morning. It's probably low 50s right now, but it feels pretty good. I am sitting out here with the puppy. I think she was cold. She wanted to be on the porch, but she's a little cold. I am going in just a little bit, in about 45 minutes, with my daughter-in-law. We're going to go grocery shopping. The other thing I need to do today is give the dog a bath. And if I have time, I should have time, I'm going to take the hummingbird feeders down. I think our hummingbirds have already moved south. So I'll take the hummingbird feeders down, clean them, and put them away for the year. And I think that's about it on my list of things to do today. I'm hoping my daughter-in-law and I can record a little bit, but we'll see. All right, y'all have a good day. Well, good evening. It is Tuesday evening, October 15th, I'm pretty sure. Can you hear the barking in the background? Lacey is misbehaving. I may have to stop and go see about her. Quiet for now, maybe. I got shopping done with my daughter-in-law. I've got a little bit of footage to show you from that. We went to Bath & Body Works, which I didn't know there was one in Aiken again. There used to be one at the mall, which is gone. And so there's Bath & Body Works. There's a new Michael's craft store. It's huge. It's in the old Bed Bath & Beyond space. So it's a huge store. We just went in the front and looked at some of the Halloween stuff. We didn't buy anything when we were there. We went over to Hobby Lobby. My daughter-in-law needed something there, and my youngest daughter works there. By the way, I think it was Deborah Lynn. It was a viewer who stopped in and said hello to her, and Janie said she recognized Janie. I think at least in part because Janie looks like me. I don't think of her as looking that much like me, but other people have definitely seen it. So yay, it was really fun for Janie, by the way. So thanks for stopping by. My son is going to be working there for a while. He finished college last spring, but he hasn't found a job in his field. So he's just going to work at the Hobby Lobby for a while till he can hopefully get into graduate school next year. I don't think he'll have trouble getting into school, but he's going to go to graduate school next year. So we went by the Hobby Lobby. We bought groceries at Aldi, and we went to Tractor Supply. Olivia needed a particular kind of dog food for her dog. Her dog is real sensitive to things that are in a lot of different dog food, so there's one particular one that she can eat. So we went over to Tractor Supply and then stopped by Publix. There's a Publix. All of this is really close. We stopped by the Publix for sushi. So we grabbed sushi for lunch from Publix. Grocery store sushi, can't go wrong, right? It's actually really good. If you have a Publix near you, they probably have sushi, and it's really good. So I will put in some footage, possibly even a little voiceover for some of that. I have a bone to pick with Bath & Body Works, by the way. I really like their hand soaps, their scents, like their scented spray, I really like. But when we went in today, it's, again, October 15th. This happened, I think, last year or year before. All of the fall stuff is gone. It's not even available on a sale table. It's just gone, and it's all Christmas stuff. I thought, can we at least have the fall stuff available until after Halloween? It drives me crazy. It's the middle of October. I am not ready for peppermint and Christmas tree scents. Can I have pumpkin and coffee and marshmallows for a little while longer, please? I think that actually, this may become a little philosophical. I think that is part of the reason we all feel like time is going by so quickly. I think it adds to that we can't really just relax into a season. We're always having to think about the next thing. We're always turning over to the next thing. I get it in craft stores if you're selling craft supplies, because you need to work ahead, right? You have to, if you're working on Christmas gifts, you need those supplies now. You probably needed them a while back. But as far as decor and that kind of stuff, we're still in fall. For me, I don't usually put Christmas decorations up until after Thanksgiving. We host Thanksgiving here, and I don't want my house decorated for Christmas when we're celebrating Thanksgiving. If you do, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with decorating for Christmas early, but I have a strong preference for holding out till after Thanksgiving. And to some extent, that option gets taken away. If you don't plan way ahead, then you're just going to miss out, because the fall and Thanksgiving stuff is gone before those seasons end, like well before those seasons end. So come on, Bath and Body Works. You can put the Christmas stuff out early, that's fine, but give me a little table in the back with all the fall stuff, at least through Halloween. Can we at least go through Halloween, please? The Michaels was kind of cool. There's a relatively small Halloween section in there. We just kind of looked at some of the stuff there, so that was kind of fun. And again, nice to know that store is there, because it's been Hobby Lobby only in Aiken for many, many years. So I'm excited to have just an additional option for craft supplies. Oh, that reminds me of another thing. I didn't bring them down, but I was at an event last spring, I think it was the one that I did in Tennessee, and I wanted to work on a pair of socks, but I did not have sock needles with me. We tried a couple of different places, but we ended up at a Michael's, and they had, is it like Threads and Loops or something? It was I think it's their brand, or a brand that they carry anyway. And they had little metal double points. I really liked them. They were only, I think full price, they were maybe $5 or $6, something like that. And I had a 40 or 50% off coupon. I mean, I got these needles for $3 or $4 at the most. And I actually really liked them. They were little, like I said, little metal double points. They had just enough texture to them so that they didn't fall out of the project. And so yeah, if you are looking for some inexpensive needles, the ones at Michael's were actually really good. And if you can get them on sale, even better. So I'll try to remember to either put in a picture or maybe have them next time to actually show you. But I liked them quite a bit. Next was Aldi. We went into the Aldi in Aiken, it's actually between the Hobby Lobby and the Lowe's in Aiken, and picked up some things for me. We're doing our Wednesday potluck at church, and this week it's soups and stews. And chili. I found a recipe for a chicken mushroom soup. That's what I'm planning to bring. I hope it turns out okay, because I've never made it before. But I think I like quadrupled the recipe or something. So it's going to make quite a bit. But I wanted to make a big pot of it for church to share. And any leftovers I think might freeze okay. So, but it has chicken broth and flour and chicken, mushrooms. I feel like I'm forgetting something. But celery. I think it has some celery in it. But I think it called for shiitake and baby portobello mushrooms. I can't remember. But I bought just what I could find. So I have several different kinds. One thing of shiitake, one of the baby bella mushrooms, and one of the little white button mushrooms. So it's going to have a combination of mushrooms in it. Hopefully it'll be good. I'll try to remember to tell you tomorrow how it turned out. We went into Tractor Supply. There was a big dog in there named Finnegan. He was so cute. I didn't really get to visit with him because my husband called about something while we first went in there, but he was big and adorable. And then we went into Publix primarily for sushi. I think we picked up maybe something else, but Publix sushi. If you have a Publix near you, their sushi is actually really good. Okay, I had said I forgot to go back to talking about Beetlejuice. Andy and I went to see Beetlejuice the other night, and normally you want to start with the good stuff, right? I'll actually start with the bad stuff and then tell you what I liked. There was too much going on. So there were like multiple little side plots, and at least a couple of those could have been left out completely and would not have taken away from the main plot of the movie. The other thing is, and this may not bother everybody, obviously doesn't bother everybody, but there was quite a bit of swearing. There was in the first one, in fairness, there was some in the first one, but it seemed like it was more in this one. And it was enough that it was distracting to both me and to Andy, so didn't care for that. It was also just ickier, which I kind of anticipated based on the first Beetlejuice movie. There was some stuff, some of the what do you call it? The stop motion and the animated, not animated, but the Tim Burton style stuff, while well done, to me was just overly icky. So some of that, they could have toned that down, and I think it would have been better. But I want to tell you what I liked. Catherine O'Hara is in it. She's wonderful. I really liked her, and I really liked the way that the character of Delia I liked her better than in the first one, but she still carried that quirky artist personality into the second movie, and she did it really well. So I really liked her in this movie. I really liked Winona Ryder in the second one. When it first started, I thought, I'm not sure I'm going to like her as like middle-aged mom. But very quickly, I liked her character. I liked seeing her as a mom. Her interaction with Catherine O'Hara's character, Delia, I really liked. I actually enjoyed their relationship quite a bit in this one. There was still some conflict, but it was fun to watch. Is it Jenna Ortega that plays the daughter, the teenage daughter? Really liked her. She was very good in this part. She changed a little bit, so the character development in this one was excellent. I really liked that. The guy that played her, it wasn't a huge part, but the love interest for her in this one, I can't think of the guy's name, but I thought he did a really good job. He was very good in his part. And Michael Keaton, saving the best for last, Michael Keaton. Beetlejuice is not really meant to be a likable character, but what he did so perfectly, unbelievable. It's been 35 years since the first movie. And part of that is just makeup. He's very made up, obviously, in the first one and in this one. If I didn't know that it was 35 years, I wouldn't have guessed it based just on his character. Obviously, the other characters had changed and things had changed in their lives. But Michael Keaton played Beetlejuice almost perfectly, frankly, in compared to the original movie. He really did carry that character across 35 years, and he did it brilliantly. So really, really good in that. The way, I don't want to give too much away, although you find this out pretty early on. The character of Charles, who was the husband and father in the first one, is not in this one, but he is, I will say, he referenced and honored in this movie so well. That was really well done. So the bottom line is, I wouldn't pay to see it if I kind of had it to do over. I don't think I would pay to see it in a theater, but if you can just watch it at home, if you can see it on television, if you can pay a little bit less just to watch it at home, that's what I would do. If you liked the first one, it's probably worth the effort to see the second one, but overall not that great. If you didn't absolutely love the first one, I wouldn't bother. Okay, so I think I mentioned I've been listening to Dracula, the audiobook on Chirp, the Chirp app like Audible, but it's a different one called Chirp. It's been really good. The narrator, and I need to, if I can find the name, I'll put it up here. But he's done a really good job. I didn't listen to it much at all today, so I'm still less than 40% through, but that's been really good. So if you can find a deal on the audiobook of Dracula, really fun one to listen to this time of year. Okay, this is the hurricane book. I think I said it was a hurricane in Florida. It's not, it's Texas, but yeah, The Night of the Storm by Nishita Parekh. So I am about halfway through that one. The other one that I'm planning to take, because this weekend, our family, most of us had gotten the weekend cleared so we could go to SAF, but obviously SAF is not happening, so we're going to go to Myrtle Beach instead. So I'm going to take The Night of the Storm. I doubt if it'll get finished before we leave, but somebody, I think one of you suggested Starling House by Alex Harrow. So I finally got a copy of this one, and I think I'm going to check this one out for the weekend. I don't even remember what the plot is. I dream sometimes about a house I've never seen. Opal is a lot of things: orphan, high school dropout, full-time cynic, and part-time cashier. But above all, she's determined to find a better life for her younger brother, Jasper. One that gets them out of Eden, Kentucky, a town remarkable for only two things: bad luck and E. Starling, the reclusive 19th century author of The Underland, who disappeared over 100 years ago. All she left behind were dark rumors and her home. Everyone agrees that it's best to ignore the uncanny mansion and its misanthropic heir, Arthur. Almost everyone, anyway. Opal has been obsessed with The Underland since she was a child. When she gets the chance to step inside Starling House and make some extra cash for her brother's escape fund, she can't resist. But sinister forces are digging deeper into the buried secrets of Starling House, and Arthur's own nightmares have become far too real. As Eden itself seems to be drowning in its own ghosts, Opal realizes that she might finally have found a reason to stick around. And now she'll have to fight. So I'll check this one out. Things seem to be getting crazier in there. My plan is, once I'm done recording, I'll actually edit a little bit later. I am going to change out of like my nicer shirt that I wore today into a t-shirt and give the dog a bath. That was the last thing on my list for today. So I'm gonna give the dog a bath and then clean the bathroom after that and clean myself up. You know how it is with puppies. All right, y'all. Take care. I hopefully will be recording some tomorrow. I'm mostly going to be around the house. I'm going to be doing laundry and packing for our beach trip, and I'm going to be making that mushroom soup for tomorrow night. So I will do my best to record some of that. Oh, I know the other thing I want to say. I'm kind of filling it in at the end. I tried making English jacket potatoes for dinner. What you do is simply wash the outside. You put like a little scored X in the top and cook them for 2 hours at 400 degrees, just like that. And it does make the inside of the potato really, really fluffy and not very nice texture. What it didn't do well is the skin of the potato. The recipes that I found, none of them said to put anything on it, and that it made a nice crisp, the outside, the jacket, the peel of it would be nice and crisp. Mine were just sort of chewy. It didn't turn out really well. So I think I would do it again, but I think I would coat it with olive oil or butter in the future and then do it the same way. But yeah, cooking it just with no tin foil, nothing like that on it, but for 2 hours, and it really did do very well. So we had that plus a salad for tonight. So I will fill you in on the mushroom soup, and if it works well, I'll try to remember to link to the recipe for it. But I'll be your guinea pig. I'll let you know if it works. All right, y'all, take care. I'm going to go give the dog a bath. Thank you.